Good afternoon, class. So in today's video, what I'd like to do is point out this type of flower, and we're going to compare it to a bunch of other types of plants, including these weeds, those reeds in the shallows of the river. We're going to compare a bunch of things. And now, I know I'm not a biology person. This is Mr. Achiu's physics corner, not biology corner. So we're going to only talk about the physics of it. Because, like, for example, this flower, I don't know what it's called. I'm sure down in the comments below you're going to tell me. But what I'd like you to do is notice the ground underneath it. This flower seems to go straight up. And so one of the things that I noticed about it is for it to go straight up, that means it needs to have a solid root system. And what you can tell is that the ground over here hasn't fallen off. So it seems like the angle of the dirt, the soil actually matters for something like this to grow. When it gets a little too steep like that, this kind of flower doesn't grow. However, let's compare it to this weed right over there. That weed is at a very steep angle, and yet it's jutting out just fine. I think the reason is because its stalk is a lot thinner, so it's a lot more able to adapt and conform to whatever shape it needs. Versus, you've got reeds in the water like that, and for them, they need to plant deeper roots because they're in the water that whole time, so that when they grow out of the water to do photosynthesis, they need a really strong base to be able to not only resist the current of the river, but also the fact that they need to be able to stand up and grow up through the water level itself. Which is probably why these kind of plants all stop right about there where the rocks in the river are to protect them. Otherwise, because as you notice, there are no plants over there in the river. There's only maybe moss or algae or something like that. Plants only exist up to about the edge of the river because their roots need to grab onto something. Otherwise, they'll fall in. And of course, if you notice over here, the angle actually matters because only certain plants and different species of plants, right? These versus these need different types of elevation and angles of the soil. Otherwise, you're not going to get these plants simply will not grow. So I thought I'd point that out as a quick little video. Study hard. I'll see you in the next one.